Hi everybody, I'm Maria Oliva and I run the Cape Cod Canal Region Chamber of Commerce, and you're probably wondering what that is, right? But we are a community-based organization, and I've lived in Bourne my whole life and I love my community, and I bet you love your school too, right? So I'm going to read some books to you today. So the first one is Pete the Cat, all right? I don't own a cat. I don't know if any of you own cats, but I don't own a cat. Pete and the gang had a great day. They've been at the beach, surf and sun, and tons of fun. See the cat on the surfboard there? Do you think your cats can surf? I don't think so. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. So Pete had an idea. And see, the light bulb over there meant he has an idea. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Look at all this. Pete's Place, let's go. Wow. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. You can't stay up all night when you have a sleepover. The gang decided it was trying to say good night. On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Look at, they're all sleeping over there. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Then Pete tried to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Gus the platypus. Platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. He wants to play the drums. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch. It was alligator. He was always P for eating. What could Pete do? He's eating hot pizza. All the clapping, rat-a-tat-tatting, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. We got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. How about that? Pete's reading Pete the Cat. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. Isn't that nice? No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching. It's time to go to bed. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night, sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, fun, and tons of fun. And that was it for Pete the Cat. So I hope you enjoyed Pete the Cat. This is a cute book. I think a lot of you know who Dr. Seuss is. One fish, two fish, red fish, and blue fish. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so we got one fish, two fish, red fish, and blue fish. Oh, what's he talking about? Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. That's a new one, a little baby fish, if you can see that up there. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish out there. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are sad and some are glad. And some are very, very bad. I've never known fish to be bad, but Dr. Seuss apparently thinks so. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. How about that? Some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. I don't know if you can see that. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, what a lot of funny things go by. Some have 2 feet, and some have 4, and some have 6 feet, and some have more. Where do we come from, I can't say, but I bet they have come a long, long way. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast, some are high, some are low. Not one of them is like another. Don't ask us why. Go ask your mother. Say, look at these fingers. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 11? Could that be possible? 11, this is something new. I wish I had 11 too. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump? We have a wump with just 1 hump. What the heck is that? But we know a man called Mr. Gump. Mr. Gump has a 7-hump wump. So if you like to go bump, bump, just jump on the hump of Wump the Gump. Who am I? My name is Ned. I do not like my little bed. This is no good. This is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night. The bed's not big enough for him. And when I pull them in, oh dear, my head sticks out the other end. Can you see that? We like our bike. It is made for 3. Our Mike sits up in back. You'll see. We like our Mike, and this is why Mike does all the work when the hills get high. If you ever ride your bike and you go up a hill, you know how much harder it is to do that, right? Hello there, Ned. How do you do? Tell me, what is new? How are things in your little bed? What is new? Please tell me, Ned. I do not like this bed at all. A lot of things have come to call. A cow, a dog, a cat, a mouse. Oh, what a bed. Oh, what a house. Oh dear, I cannot hear. Will you please come over near? Would you please look in my ear? Who wants to look in his ear? There must be something there, I fear. Say, look, a bird was in your ear, but he's out. So have no fear. Again, your ear can hear, my dear. So he had a bird in his ear. My hat is old. My teeth are gold. I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off. My foot is cold. My shoe is off. My foot is cold. I have a bird I like to hold. My hat is old. My teeth are gold. And now my story is all told. But no, we're not finished yet. We took a look. We saw a nook on his head. He had a hook. On his hook, he had a book. On his book was how to cook. I should buy one of those books because I should learn how to cook. I'm not that good of a cook. We saw him sit and try to cook. He took a look at the book on the hook, but a nook can't read, so a nook can't cook. So what good to a nook is a hook, cook, book? Did you get that? That was hard to read. The moon was out and we saw some sheep. We saw some sheep take a walk in their sleep. By the light of the moon, by the light of a star, they walked all night from near to far. I would never walk, I would take a car. I do not like this one so well. All he does is yell, yell, yell. I will not have this one about. When he comes in, I put him out. This one is quiet as a mouse. I'd like to have him in the house. Zans, Z-A-N-S. At our house, we open cans. We have to open many cans, and that is why we have a Zans, Z-A-N-S. A Zans for cans is very good. Have you a Zan for cans? You should. I like to box, but I like to box. How I like to box. So every day I box a gox. What's a gox? In yellow socks, I box my cocks. I box in yellow and gox, box, socks. All right, it's fun to sing. If you sing with a ying, my ying can sing like anything. I sing high and my ying sings low, and we are not too bad, you know. This one I think is called a yink. He likes to wink. He likes to drink. He likes to drink and drink and drink. The thing he likes to drink is ink. Oh my goodness, the ink he likes to drink is pink. He likes to wink and drink pink ink. Ugh. So if you have a lot of ink, then you should get a yink, I think. Hop, hop, hop. I am a yop, Y-O-P. All I like to do is hop from finger top to finger top. I hop from left to right and then hop, hop. I hop right back again. I like to hop all day and night from right to left and left to right. Why do you like to hop, hop, hop? I do not know. Go ask your pop. Brush, 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 brush. Comb, 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 comb. Blue hair is fun to brush and comb. All girls who like to brush and comb should get a pet like this at home. So if you can see that, pet at home. Who is this pet? Say, he is wet. You'll never yet met a pet, I bet, as wet as they let this wet pet get. This is not easy to read. Did you ever fly a kite in bed? No. Did you ever walk with 10 cats on your head? No. Did you ever milk this kind of cow? Well, we can do it. We know how. If you never did, you should. These things are fun, and fun is good. Hello, hello, are you there? Hello, I called you up to say hello. I said hello, can you hear me, Joe? Oh, no, I cannot hear your call. I cannot hear your call at all. This is not good, and I know why. A mouse has cut the wire. Goodbye. From near to far, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. These yellow pets are called the Zeds. They have one hair up on their heads. Their hair grows fast, so fast, they say they need a haircut every day. Can you imagine how much that would cost if you had have to have a haircut every day? You wouldn't want that. Who am I? My name is Ish. On my hand I have a dish. I have this dish to help me wish. When I wish to make a wish, I wave my hand with a big swish swish. Then I say, I wish for fish. And I get fish right on my dish. How about that? If you wish to wish a wish, that's exactly what it says. You may swish for fish with my last wish wish. At our house, we play our back. We play a game called Ring the Gack. Would you like to play this game? Come down. Come on down. We have the only gack in town. Look what we found in the park in the dark. We will take him home. We will call him Clark. He will live at our house. He will grow and grow. Will our mother like this? We don't know. Would your mommy like that? What do you think? And now, good night. You know, it's time to go to bed. It's time to sleep, so we will sleep with our pet Zeep. Today is gone. Today was fun. Tomorrow's another one. Every day from here to there, funny things are everywhere. And that's from Dr. Seuss. So we hope you like that book too. Bear's loose tooth. Let's see what that's about. From a cave in the forest came a munch, munch, crunch, as Bear and his friend all nibbled on their lunch. Okay, so you got a rabbit and all kinds of, looks like, I don't know what that is. Bear savored every bite. He gulped and he gobbled. Then there in his mouth something wiggled and it wobbled. Oh my God, what is it? As Bear nibbled food, something moved when he chewed. It was, oh my goodness, it was a bear's loose tooth. Can you imagine that? What are you going to do about that? I think you've all had a loose tooth, right? Bear pointed in his mouth and he said, "Oh dear, my tooth feels funny. It's the one right here." Bear frowned and he worried. Tears welled in his eyes. "But how will I eat if my tooth says goodbye?" Yeah, he's not too happy about that. Hare said, "Open wide." Then he looked inside and saw a bear's loose tooth. Wow, look at that. Mouse squealed, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, a new tooth will grow where the old one used to be." "Well, we'll help," said Wren. "I know what to do. It's out with the old and in with the new." When Wren, that's W-R-E-N, perched on Bear's lip and he got a good grip on Bear's loose tooth. They're trying to pull his tooth out. I don't know, the bear must be hurting. When pulled on the tooth with all its might, "Is it out?" asked Bear, but it stayed stuck. We're going to try that again, but it stayed stuck tight. "I'm a bit too small for the job," said Wren, "so Owl grabbed the tooth, but the tooth stayed in." Look at, he's got an owl. Oh my goodness gracious. Badger said, "I'll try," and he gave a big pry on the bear's loose tooth. Look at that. Maybe you can see that. They all took a turn, but the tooth wouldn't budge. Oh, gee, that's no fun. Bear used his tongue and he gave a little nudge. His tooth wiggled to and fro. Then what do you know? Bear's tooth fell out. Bear danced a big dance. Bear grinned a big grin. Bear held up his tooth and he showed all his friends his tooth, like you guys do, right? Bear looked in the mirror and he laughed at his smile. A new tooth would come, but it might take a while. All right? Well, we got a little bit more. While he slept and he snored, a fairy flooded in and she left blueberries where Bear's tooth had been. He woke in the morning and found the sweet treat. Bear's friends came for breakfast. They sat down to eat. Bear gulped and gobbled, and he felt something wobble. Uh-oh. Bear's loose tooth. Does anybody know what Quackers is? That's a cat, meow. Quackers is a duck. Really? He knows he's a duck because he lives at the duck pond with all the other ducks, so he thinks he's a duck. And everyone he knows is a duck. See? They're all named Duck. Every single one of them have the same name. That's kind of weird, huh? But sometimes he feels like he doesn't quite fit in. See how different he looks? He often has trouble communicating. So the cat goes meow, 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 and the duck goes quack? What are you talking about? He doesn't care much for the dinner options: slugs, nails, seeds, worms, algae, duckweed, and not duckweed again. Most of all, he hates getting wet. Oh my goodness, how can he be a duck if he hates getting wet? Meow. Then one day, Quackers made a strange duck. Meow. Uh-oh. Let's see that. Quackers was overjoyed. "You understand me?" "Of course I do. He's got another new friend." "I never met a duck who understood me." "Duck?" she says. "Wait a second, you think you're a duck?" The strange duck, whose name turned out to be Mittens, seemed to find something very amusing. Ha ha ha, he thinks he's a duck. She's laughing at him. Mittens thought for a moment and said, "You'd better come with me." "That's where I live." See where he lives? Quackers had never been anywhere so entirely unlike home. All right. Inside was a whole flock of strange ducks. Ducks just like Quackers. How about that? Look at, they're all cats though. Just look at all these ducks. We're cats, silly. We chase mice. Way more fun than swimming. We drink milk. So much tastier than duckweed. Ugh. And clean ourselves. Well, this isn't quite as exciting, but you get used to it. Before long, Quackers felt right at home. See? Quackers liked being a cat, but he began to miss the duck pond. He missed the rustle of the wind through the weeds. He missed struggling under a warm, feathery wing. He even missed the taste of duckweed. This isn't so bad. And when he arrived back at the pond, he realized that most of all, he missed his friends, all the ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Now Quackers spent part of his days at the farm chasing mice, fun, drinking milk, yum, and cleaning himself. This part is still not that great. And part of the pond, who wants duckweed? Quack. And I think that's it. I think the cat, oh, here we go. Quackers is a duck and Quackers is a cat. How about that? But most of all, he's just Quackers, and that makes him completely happy. So everybody's happy. How deep is the sea? Okay, so we're going to try to find this out. How deep is the sea? Let's start this. All right, Pipkin was a very small penguin who was always asking very big questions. How big was a dinosaur? They're pretty big. How does chocolate grow on trees? I don't know about that. What makes snow fall from the sky? But the thing he wanted to know most of all was, how deep is the sea? Penguins are really good swimmers, said his mama. Why don't you go and have a look? Pipkin took a very deep breath and dived into the sea. Penguins love that. He swam down a little way into the sparkling blue and found a seal catching silver fish. Wow. Excuse me, said Pipkin. How deep is the sea? Deep enough to hold more fish than I could ever eat, said the seal. Would you like to stay for lunch? Sorry, I can't stop now, said Pipkin. I'm off to find the bottom of the sea. So he's on a mission. He wants to find out what's going on. He swam down a little further into the deepening blue and found the biggest creature he'd ever seen singing a rumbly song. Excuse me, said Pipkin. How deep is the sea? Deeper than a big blue whale like me has ever been, said the creature. Would you like to stay and sing to my blue whale friends across the sea? A blue whale is very, very big. Sorry, I can't stop now, said Pipkin. I'm out to find the bottom of the sea. Pipkin swam down a little further into the darkening blue and found a salty sea dog in a yellow submarine. Excuse me, said Pipkin. How deep is the seal? Deep enough to need a submarine to reach the very bottom in the salty sea dog. I'm going there right now. Would you like to join me? Yes, look at that. It's pretty cool, right? The submarine took them down and down and down and down to where the sea turned night black and there was no one else around. Ah, that's pretty scary down there, I bet, huh? Look how dark it is. Then one by one, twinkling lights began to appear. All kinds of wonderful lit up creatures were swimming around in the dark. Excuse me, said Pippin, how deep is the sea? Deep enough to have whole mountains at the bottom, said one of those twinkly creatures. Look at all that. You have an octopus and you have a eel and you've got jellyfish. And sure enough, just below was a range of towering mountains. Is this the very deepest part? Asked Pippin. Not quite, said the twinkly creature, and it pointed to a valley. Down there is the very, very deepest part of the sea. So the yellow submarine took them down into the valley. It was very deep, very dark, very, very, very quiet. Plump, actually it's Flump, F-L-U-M-P, that's a funny name, isn't it? Went into the submarine and it landed on the bottom. I wonder whether anything lives all the way down here, whispered Pipkin. They peered into the darkness, but they couldn't see anything. So they sat for a while at the bottom of the sea with miles and miles of water above them. Ready to go home? Asked the salty sea dog. Yes, please, said Pippin. Wow. The yellow submarine took them all the way back up to the top of the sea. Pipkin said to his mama, the sea is very, very, very deep, as deep enough to hold more fish than a seal can ever eat. And deeper than a big blue whale has ever been, and deep enough to have a whole mountain at the bottom of the sea, and lots of twinkly creatures hardly anyone ever seen. All right, one last page, and it's deep enough for very small penguins to have very big adventures, said his mama, and she rubbed him dry. I'm proud of you, my little Pip. Aw, isn't that cute? Come this way to see how Pipkin went, and then you can check it out. What a cute book this is, huh?